Good morning. Just want to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. It's 1,000 subscribers at the filming of this. That's great. It's a nice milestone. And a big thank you to Colin at French Countryside Life. If you subscribe to my channel and you don't already subscribe to his, go and have a look at his. It's great. It's got loads of different things on, and the way that he comes across and the way that he does things is really easy to watch, and maybe not as chaotic as this channel, but it's very good watching. So have a look at his and go over there. I'll put a link below and you can go and see what he's doing. And it's one of his videos that I just watched recently, where he renovated, shall we say, a chainsaw for somebody, and he did such a good job on it. There's no way I'm going to be able to do anything that good, but what I thought I'd do is show you how to repair a garden tool like this, which is a STIHL FS87 line strimmer, what do you call it in America? Weed whacker, maybe, brush cutter, all those kind of things. And the problem with this is the engine works no problem, and it actually does its job quite well, but at the end of last season it seized. So there is a gear system at the end there which spins that, and inside this metal tube is a rotating flexible connector that goes all the way up and connects in here to the output shaft of the engine. Between this flexible and the engine is a clutch, and this is seized on fully. What does that mean? Well, it means that if I start the engine, this spins at full engine speed all the time. So if it's spinning all the time, you can't change the line, you can't do anything with the engine on. You've got to turn the engine off every single time you want to do something. And if you stall it or stop it at the top there, it stalls the engine. So there is no flexibility between the engine and the line head. So I'm going to find out why that is. I'll give you a quick demonstration first of what I mean. I've actually got 3 videos I'm filming all at the same time. So doing the strimmer, doing the brakes on the VW, and very shortly we'll be looking at the new gates for the front. Anyway, okay, so what I'll do is I'll pull the pull start on the engine, and it should start the engine or run the engine up, and this should stay as it is. And you can see, even just turning the engine over slightly like that, this is completely seized. So my guess is the problem is at the clutch, and that's at that end. I'm going to turn it round, put it on here, and we'll take it apart and have a look. So see this circle here? This is the outer part of a centrifugal clutch. And what that means is there's some weights inside, and as the engine spins up, the weights come out and touch the inside here, and then that turns this disc. Let me show you as I turn this. So this bit seems to be fine and in working condition, although it could do with cleaning, obviously. So that's not going to be our problem. Let's have a look at the other side. Right, so this is the center of the engine. So when the engine turns like that, this turns, and when this engine gets really fast, these bits on the outside that are currently held in by this spring come out and touch the inside of the disc on the other end. So this whole section needs to come off, be freed up, cleaned, and then reassembled. There we go. So that's one cleaned up, and that's how it was before. Right, so I'm going to clean all these pieces up and then bring you back. So we've cleaned these up. So here we all disassembled. So we want to get this central piece out here, because I think these internal bits are rusted or seized. So let's see if we can knock them out. There we go. As expected, it's rusted. Let's get it all the way out. So that's our little just clean it up and clean the inside of this. So see how easy this moves now? The correct way to assemble it is like this. So you got to make sure your washer sits in the middle. And the way to do that, so this washer has to sit round like that, so it's easier to do it upside down really. There you go. Where did it go? Put the spring on. Doesn't matter which way around this goes. Like that. This one, same again. your washer over. Now then, you've got to connect it into the spring first. So it's a little fiddly, like that. Keep your washer through there. Place it in this end. And then pull this end round. There we go. And make sure your washers are completely flat. There and there. That's the hard bit done, really. And then this, it's in there like that. And you just pop this on. Make once that's done. So at this point you want to check the arrows which are pointing this way in the direction, so just give a little tug on there. That's the right way. Tighten this up. You don't want to go too mad. Doesn't need to be too tight. Just tighten this up. The way to test this now is extend the clutch manually with a screwdriver, one of the plates like this, and it should spring back. I see that? Should spring back into place. So do that on both of them. That's 1, 2. And that's it. So we reassemble it all and we'll test it. That is all reassembled. We've just got to line up these handles now and then tighten this nut up to have them in line. Before we do that, let's test it. So keep an eye on that end. Look, so I can turn it over now, and the head doesn't move. So that's fixed our problem. So when I pull the cord now, that doesn't spin. But we need to fully test it, because if those little wings on the clutch don't fly out and grab the metal in there, the engine will run but nothing will happen. So I'm just going to line this up, tighten that one up, and we'll go outside and test it. Okay, so the engine's running, look, but this isn't turning. So I can change the line whenever I want. Keep the engine running.